Hey everyone, Video Game Lover here. Been a while since I did a video, but today let's just do something different. I'm going to show you my PS2 hack and slash games. And I have a lot. A whole bunch of them. Look at that. Look at this stack of hack and slash games for the PS2. I love hack and slash games. They're a lot of fun to play. Some of them can be really difficult, but some can be very fun. Now I want to show off two games in particular because you might think they're hack and slash games, but they're really not sure. They're more of like platforming games, and that's the Maximo Games. Maximo Goes to Glory and Maximo versus Armies. And I've not played these two games yet, so I don't have an opinion on that. But they're like platforming games, action games, and hack and slash. So without further ado, let's begin with the Devil May Cry series, the one that really kicked off the hack and slash games next to another series that I personally love. Devil May Cry 1. This came out in 2001. You play as Dante, of course, the all badass. Love Dante. I like this game. It has aged a little iffy, especially the camera, but still a fun game to play. This game, of course, was originally going to be Resident Evil 4, but they decided they didn't feel like it wasn't a Resident Evil game, so they decided to change it to Devil May Cry, and it's a great game. I really enjoyed this, but Devil May Cry 3 is a way better. This is the prequel to 1, and in the disc is actually the special edition. The special edition makes the game a lot easier because when they brought the game in the US, they made the game 10 times harder. So I really recommend, if you're going to play Devil May Cry 3, I recommend the special edition first, because that way you can get gold orbs and things like that. That way it makes it a lot less frustrating. But this game plays a lot better. You can do so many combos and so many moves. It's a very in-depth game. There's a lot of depth in the Devil May Cry 3, and it's a blast to play. So, really like Devil May Cry. Now, I like to call this trilogy the unknown hack and slash trilogy of the PS2. These are three hack and slash games I find are very underrated for the PS2. Let's start off with, from Sony actually, or Game Republic, Genji Dawn of the Samurai. I love this game a lot. The gameplay can be a little slow, and there's not enough, like, kind of not a whole lot of depth in terms of, like, the combos and combat, but still a fun game to play, though. You take control as Yoshitsune and Benkei, and it's based on historic Japan, even though there are certain monsters you fight, but it's still a really fun game. And I must warn you, do not get the sequel. The sequel, beyond terrible, but this game is great. Phenomenal soundtrack, and the graphics are unbelievable for the PS2 in 2005. I really enjoy Genji Dawn of the Samurai. It's a great hack and slash game. Very cheap too. You can find that game dirt cheap. Next up we have Bujingai, The Forsaken City. This is made by Taito, and it was meant to celebrate, I think, the 45th anniversary of Taito, the 40th anniversary. I forgot which year was it, but this game was meant to be an anniversary game of Taito. And you actually play as Gak, a very popular star from in Japan. Basically, this game, it plays just like Devil May Cry, but I will say, if you're gonna play this game, play on easy. Normal difficulty is beyond fucked in this game, mainly because they changed a lot of the level design. For example, in the last level in the game, it's a lot easier on easy mode because there's a lot more platforms. In normal mode, there's barely any platforms, and it's just hair pulling. But it's still a fun little hack and slash game. Some good music too, and it just plays very fluidly. So if you want a fun hack and slash game that's not really too difficult, I recommend Bujingai. Now this game gets kind of a bad rep because of how it was marketed. This is made by Capcom, Chaos Legion. This game was marketed as a Devil May Cry-like hack and slash game. It said, if you love Devil May Cry, you will love Chaos Legion. And that was a monumental mistake because this game does not play like Devil May Cry, and I don't know why the hell Capcom thought that this was like a Devil May Cry game. What makes Chaos Legion very different from the rest of the hack and slash games on this list is you take control of legions. I guess you could say they're like Pikmin a little bit, and you can have them attack for you. You need to make sure you upgrade your legions, because this game gets very fucking hard later on. But this game, it's really fun if you know how you're playing. If you don't know how you're playing it, you might not like this game. But this game, the music is nice, the story's pretty cool, and I just really like Chaos Legion a lot. It's a fun hack and slash game, very different from the rest, but this is one, just make sure you come into this game with the right expectations. If you think this is like a Devil May Cry game, you do all these combos, no, you're gonna be disappointed. It's Sieg, / / / / that's all he has. So, Chaos Legion, really fun game. Next up is the game I like to call the game where people bought just for the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo, and that's Zone of the Enders. This is a mech hack and slash game, and it was produced by Hideo Kojima. This game is really short. Like, this game is like 3.5 to 4 hours long, and a lot of it is on cutscenes too. So, this game is very simple. You play as Leo, who's like a teenager, and he finds like a mech, and he uses it to escape like the bad guys, and he has to take down the bad guys. It's a fun little hack and slash game. It's nothing really remarkable, but it's pretty decent for what it is. Alright, now let's get to probably one of the most iconic Sony franchises in about the last 15 years, and they made a big mark in the PS2, and of course, the God of War series. God of War 1 and God of War 2. God of War 1, when this game came out, it was mind-blowing. The Greek mythology setting, the combat was very, very fluid. Of course, it's very gory. Kratos is an all-screaming badass. It's a fun game, but this game hasn't aged well compared to all the other games. This is definitely, in my opinion, the hardest God of War game. This game has some like platforming issues. You will die a lot in this game, but nonetheless, it's still a fun game to play. However, though, God of War 2 is such an amazing follow-up to the first God of War game. It follows the story. If you would play God of War, obviously, it plays way better. The difficulty is much better. Story's awesome. The music's awesome. The combat is once again really good. The bosses are incredible. In my opinion, I think this is the best God of War game. I love God of War 2018 a lot, but I would still say this is still the best God of War game. It's very, very good. And of course, all the other God of War games are great. And of course, last up, do I have to mention this series? Perhaps one of my favorite hack and slash series of all time right now. The Onimusha series. So let's begin, shall we? I've talked about them a lot, so I'll go them quickly. Onimusha 1, a very good first entry of the series. You play as Samanosuke, and you have to rescue a princess in a castle, and you have to, hey, that sounds familiar, but anyway, it's nothing like Mario, but you go out and slash a bunch of demons. It's really fun. This game was meant to be a Resident Evil spin-off, but they didn't like the idea, so it became its own series. So Onimusha 1 is a really fun game. Liked it, and it got remastered. The only downside about the remaster was the music's a lot different. Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny. Look at OU. The lovely OU. But Onimusha 2 is a lot better than Onimusha 1. The combat's is more improved. The game is a lot longer than the first game. The first game you could beat in like 3.5 hours. This game you could beat in like 7 hours. What makes this Onimusha very different from the rest, there's a lot of multiple pathways, and that depends if you build up your character friendships. If you don't build up your character friendships, you're going to miss out on a lot of items, and trust me, they won't punish you. I'm looking at you, Nobunaga. But yeah, Onimusha 2 kicks a lot of ass. And by the way, this game has Jubei, the new character. I feel bad for him because he's not Samanosuke, and a lot of people didn't really like that. Onimusha 3, in my opinion, this is my absolute favorite Onimusha game and one of my favorite hack and slash games on the PS2. I really love Onimusha 3. This game you play as Samanosuke, but this time you also play as Jack, and basically one of the villains from the first game, Guildenstern, makes a time machine, Samanosuke gets warped into the future, and Jack gets warped into the past, and you two battle demons. It's a lot of awesome. The opening scene is just amazing. This is such a fun game. And last but not least, of course, the game I finished about a month ago, Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. This is the last Onimusha game, unfortunately, that has come out recently. And it's a really good Onimusha game. It plays a lot differently from the rest. Because Onimusha 3, they took away the tank controls so you control an analog. But in this game, you have a camera now. So this game is also the longest Onimusha game. It took me about 14 hours to beat. This game is also very difficult, especially early on. But if you're up to a great challenge, Onimusha Dawn of Dreams is awesome. It's a great Onimusha game. So yeah, that is my PS2 hack and slash games. I really love hack and slash games a lot. And I know there's still some more out there for the PS2. And I'm going to try to see if I can find some others in like the Xbox, PS3, and all that. So anyways, guys, thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you guys later this week for a system review. Peace.